An 18-year-old student is stabbed to death on a city street. It's a tragic story, but not an unfamiliar one. What made the case of Henry Nowak different? What made it national news? Was the weapon a ceremonial religious blade? Or so the killer claimed? But even more shocking than the weapon is what happened when police arrived on scene. As Henry Nowak was bleeding to death on the pavement, his killer told a lie, and the police believed him, making a catastrophic mistake. They put the dying victim in handcuffs. So, who was Henry Nowak? To really get the scale of this tragedy, you have to know who was lost. Henry was just 18 years old, a student in the English port city of Southampton, just starting to figure out his place in the world. Friends and family remember him as a kind, gentle young man with a future full of possibilities stretching out in front of him. He was doing what kids his age do, studying, hanging out with friends, and living the life of a typical university student. He didn't have a criminal record or any history of violence. By all accounts, he was just a good kid who found himself in the wrong place at the absolute worst time. On the night of December 3rd, 2023, that future was stolen from him, and the life he was supposed to live was reduced to a headline and a painful question of what might have been. The man who ended Henry's life was a 24-year-old Vikram Digwa. The two were strangers. The event that brought them together wasn't some long-running feud. It was a random, pointless confrontation on the street. Testimony from the trial revealed that Henry and his friends were walking down Bevis Valley Road in Southampton when they crossed paths with Digwa. An argument started. It was a fleeting moment of tension that should have ended with nothing more than angry words. But this night was different because Vikram Digwa was carrying a weapon. That brief argument escalated from shouting to violence. A confrontation that lasted only minutes, but would end one life and shatter countless others. The fight spilled into a nearby den road, and that's where Vikram Digwa unleashed his horrific attack. He pulled out a knife and lunged at Henry Nowak. He didn't just stab him once. The trial revealed that Henry suffered 9 wounds in total, 4 stab wounds and 5 cuts. The final fatal blow was a stab wound to his chest. An injury that plunged 12 centimeters deep and pierced his heart. Henry, severely wounded and bleeding out, collapsed on the pavement. He was pronounced dead in the hospital about an hour later. An 18-year-old student with his whole life ahead of him was gone. When officers from Hampshire Constabulary got to the scene, it was chaos. They saw 2 men, but in the confusion they didn't know who was the victim and who was the aggressor. Vikram Digwa seized the opportunity to control the story. He spoke first. He claimed he was the one who'd been attacked and racially abused. It was a lie, designed to shift the blame. In the heat of that moment, the officers believed him. What happened next was captured on body-worn video, and it's horrifying to watch. Believing Henry was the attacker, officers approached him as he lay on the ground. Instead of giving him aid, they handcuffed him. The audio was harrowing. Henry's fighting for his life can be heard pleading, "I've been stabbed." An officer replies, "Don't think you have, mate." He tells him, "I can't breathe." It was only after a couple of minutes when Henry's condition was clearly and rapidly getting worse. The officers removed the handcuffs and started first aid. But the damage was done. The Independent Office for Police Conduct would later launch an investigation into the officers' actions that night.
My dad's holding it now.
Oh.
Right. He keeps dropping side to side, so I'm just trying to keep him set up.
Alright.
He's got a mouthful of blood, I don't want him...
I can't breathe. He was on the bin on the other side of this gate.
He's jumped over these fences and stuff like that. And
Right.
he's up
Move
here.
away, mate.
He's obviously... He's fallen
Right.
from there and he's slipped from there.
There's other shooters left over there, mate.
What's your name, mate?
Up here.
Huh? Has anyone been hurt other than him?
Yeah, me.
He's grabbed my brother, he's took my turban off, started grabbing my head.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruises.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
Got this stud.
Right, let's get you out of there, shall we? Oh.
I was in bed asleep. My neighbour just found me up there. Look, someone's attacked me.
I can't breathe.
Grab his other arm.
Help. So I've just come running through the little
Blood.
on St Denny's Road.
Right.
Come running round the corner.
What's happened to you, alright?
This stud.
You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
Look, that's what. And then I'm like, you've got mouth full of. I want to keep you up. Keep your.
Hand?
But what you've done, you've attacked my neighbour.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate.
This is like
Oh,
numerous times this has happened to us. We've been walking, we parked literally there. We live around the corner. Multiple times we've had people racist
90
attacks,
foot.
nothing happens.
He's saying he's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think
him.
you've been stabbed?
He hasn't been.
In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't
That's
we?
fine.
Right.
In the face?
Just get these back off, get their details on that, and I'll keep hold of him.
Shall we
Right, keep
get
you on your
this-
side, mate. You better retrieve then.
Say again.
Saying to him, keeping him on his side. We were sat up when we had him here, but he didn't like it. What's your name, mate? At the moment, you are under arrest. That's for assault, so you do not have to say anything. May harm in defence if you do not mention main questions. So to which you later rely in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. All right? He's going to be sick, I think.
What's his name?
They just want you to call it.
Yeah, we've got this male. He's
just-
been beat up. Are we able to get an ambulance, please? His pupils aren't even reacting.
Digwai's deception didn't end on the street. During the investigation, he tried to build a defense around the weapon. He claimed the knife was a shastar, a ceremonial blade he carried as part of his Sikh faith for the purpose of serving humanity. He was trying to wrap a brutal murder in the language of religion, hoping it might somehow excuse or explain his actions. This claim fell apart just as quickly as his first line. The Sikh Federation of the UK released a statement making it absolutely clear that weapon was not a kirpan, which is an article of faith. They called it disgraceful for Digwai to bring the Sikh religion into disrepute with his horrific crime. His attempt to hide behind faith was exposed. It wasn't a sacred object, it was a murder weapon. The details in this case, like this, are often confronting, but understanding them is the key to seeing how justice is served. If you appreciate this kind of in-depth analysis, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It helps me continue to bring these important stories to light. With his stories in tatters, Vikram Digwai stood trial for the murder of Henry Nowak. The prosecution laid out the facts using Digwai's own lies and the police body cam footage to show the jury exactly what happened. The jury saw right through it. In February of 2024, he was found guilty of murder. He was sentenced to life in prison and will have to serve a minimum of 21 years. His mother faced the court for helping her son flee the scene after the stabbing. She was found guilty of assisting an offender but was spared immediate jail time, receiving a 15-month suspended sentence. After the conviction, Hampshire Constabulary publicly admitted its failures. The deputy chief constable says, "We recognize that on that night we got things wrong. While he noted the situation was complex and fast-moving, the force acknowledged that the body cam footage revealed clear mistakes. The IOPC investigation into the officer's conduct is a crucial part of this story's fallout, examining how the system failed a dying young man when he needed help the most." The case of Henry Nowak is a story of senseless violence and devastating lies. A minor argument on a street corner became a murder, committed by a man who then tried to blame his victim and hide behind a twisted version of his faith. The fact that police handcuffed Henry as he lay dying is a haunting detail that reveals just how badly things went wrong. It's a terrible reminder of the power of a lie. Vikram Digwa is now in prison, but that justice does nothing to bring back the life that was taken. Henry Nowak should have turned 20. He should have graduated, started a career, and lived a full, long life. Instead, his future was stolen in a moment of shocking and pointless violence. Thank you all for watching this analysis. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into complex cases.
Blood on the grass won't wash away. Undetected